One of the first things we have to do is remove our 5 19mm lug nuts. Okay, so one of the next things we need to do is grab our pry bar. You're going to go between the caliper and the pad and just slowly pry and watch that caliper piston slide in. That feels good. Once you know it's all the way in, we can continue on to removing these caliper bolts. Okay, so we have our caliper bolts right here, and you have your slider. The slider is going to spin when you try to loosen the caliper bolts, so I like to hold that with some pliers. Then I'll use my 13mm socket and I'll remove this bolt. That's what the bolt looks like. I'm just going to put it back in just a couple threads to hold the caliper from flopping around, and then I'm going to remove the other one. Second caliper bolt looks the same as the first. Let's remove them both and move along. There's our caliper. Just check for moisture real quick. Grab a little hook and hang your caliper. Put that there. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to use an 18mm swivel and we're going to remove the caliper bracket bolts. There's one here and one there. That's what our bolt looks like. I'm just going to start this back in a couple threads. Remove this other one. There's our caliper bracket bolt for the bottom and for the top. Remove the bracket and we'll get the pads out of here. Awesome. Okay, so now we're going to use one of our lug nuts. Start it on here a few threads, and then I'm going to get my hammer and I'm going to bonk directly on this rotor. We're replacing the rotor, so I'm not worried about the braking surface. Safety glasses, hand protection, here we go. That's moving around fairly good. We can continue. So we're going to remove this lug nut again. Grab this rotor, just try to wiggle it off of here. There we are. Next thing we need to do is clean up this mating surface where the rotor is going to sit onto. To do that, you can use a brush. Clean it up like that. Or you can use something like this. Continue along in between here with your brush. Next, we're just going to spray it down with some parts cleaner. Let it dry off. So I like to spray the adjuster, a little bit of penetrant there. And then I come over to the other side and I spray the e-brake actuator. Just let that sit in there. It's going to do its job, and you just make sure that it works. That looks great. One of the first things we need to do at this point is we're going to take our sliders right out of the bracket. To do that, I grab right onto the boot and slide it out. Once you do that, you can slide the boot off the slider, and I like to set it aside according to its corresponding side that I'm removing it from. Pull that off of there. Beautiful. We're going to use a little bit of parts cleaner, go right inside here, and then we're going to use a board brush and clean it out so it's nice and pretty. That looks great. The next thing you want to pay attention to is right along the bracket where the boot's going to sit onto. You want to make sure you use a brush and clean that up so you can get off as much of that crud as possible. If it's really stuck on there, you can use something as simple as a small pocket screwdriver. That looks decent. I'm going to clean it down one more time. Beautiful. Next, we're going to move on to our sliders. You want to make sure that you get off as much of this old crud as you can. Make these as clean as possible. On the slider, you're going to notice that there's a little groove. That's also where the boot's going to ride. You need to make sure that that's as clean as possible as well to help keep moisture and debris from sneaking its way inside. That looks pretty great. Do the same to the other one. For the boots, I like to use a rag. Give it a little twist. Slide it right on through that boot so it comes out the other side. Once you have it through, just grab the boot, go like this a couple times, and that's just going to roll all that grease and gunk right onto the rag, and it makes the boot look great inside. Do the same to the other one. The next thing I like to do is remove these tins from the bracket. If you look along here, you're going to see a little tab. Sometimes you can push them with your finger. Sometimes you have to give them a little bonk. That's what the tin looks like. As you can tell, this one is not reusable. We're going to remove all of them. So to continue on, we're going to clean up this area where we just removed those tabs from, okay, those little tins. We're going to clean this up. You can either use your brush, give it a nice long scrub, might take a little while, or you can use one of these tools, whatever you like to use. Whatever you do, just make sure you're wearing safety glasses, of course. As you can tell, those look pretty good, considering this is what they look like to be at the beginning. We'll do the same to these, and we can move along. Our brand new TRQ kit pads came with these new tins, so we're going to make sure we use those. It also came with some of this grease. It's a great idea to use this grease right along here. You don't need that much necessarily, but I'm going to spread it out. I'm going to go along all the areas that I just cleaned up with that tool. Now I'm going to grab my tins. You want to pay special attention to these tins. You're going to notice one side has a flat area, one side has a little flippy-do there, and then of course you've got this right there, okay? This right here needs to face out away from the rotor. The flat surface of it is going to go down, and then the little hooky-do side is going to come facing up towards where those sliders would be. So we'll just put it on, give it a squeeze, should lock right in. Do the same thing to all the rest. We're going to continue on to lubricating the sliders. To do that, I like to put a little bit of the grease right up along that groove, and then some all the way down along here, and I'll just spread it out. Grab your caliper slider boot, put it right over that, and then give it a couple good twists. That's just going to make sure that the grease is sitting inside that groove, and it's going to keep the moisture and dirt out of there. A little bit more for the end here. Put it right into our slider hole. Give it a couple twists. Make sure we've got grease going up along the lip, on the ear on the bracket, and do the same to the other one. So now we're going to take our caliper and our little brush. Just try to clean off some of this crud around here. Once we think it looks decent enough, we're going to grab some of our caliper grease, And you can use it right out of that packet that you had earlier if you have some laying around. Just go right along the piston and along these ears. And these are just the mating surfaces where they're going to touch up against the pad, and this is going to help with vibration dampening. Cool. Put that back on its hook. We'll move along. So next we're going to spray a little bit of copper never sees around the mating surface. That looks pretty great. So we're going to take our new rotor. I like to put it right up on here just like this. Spray some parts cleaner right on my rag and clean down the rotor braking surface along the outside here. And then this is where your emergency brake shoes are going to ride. We'll clean that down. And then we'll do the same to the outer surface as well. Next we'll install it onto the vehicle. Perfect. Grab one of your lug nuts and start that on so the rotor can't fall off. Okay, so we made it to the vehicle with our bracket. Let's slide this back on. I'm going to take my 2 bolts and I'm just going to start them in. And then we'll bottom them out and torque them down to manufacturer specifications. The torque spec for this is 75 foot-pounds. Torqued, torqued. Let's move along. You're going to notice one of the brake pads has the little wear indicator on it. The pad with the wear indicator goes on the inside. So we're going to slide it right in like this, just like that. It should slide in nice and easy. If you have to hammer it in with a hammer, you didn't clean up your bracket well enough. Do the same to the outer pad. Both move around perfectly. Wonderful. Next we're going to grab our caliper. We'll slide it over the pads. We have our 2 caliper slider bolts here. Start both those in. We'll bottom them out and then we'll torque those down to manufacturer's specifications. Let's torque these to 28 foot-pounds. Torqued, torqued. Perfect. So we're just going to remove that lug nut. Grab our wheel. Put it right up on here. Start a lug nut on. We're going to do all the rest. We'll bottom them out and then we'll torque them down to manufacturer specifications. So let's torque these lug nuts down to 100 foot-pounds.